broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me, hold your hand while the pain was over, keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world.
Hey dolls, I'm Sheenam Inferno and welcome back to my channel. Cost breakdowns cannot be the excuse to restrict glam, and we are going to prove it today. So let's get started. I have already primed my skin and will be going ahead with Maybelline Superstay foundation. I tried this foundation for a week so that I can give you my clear take on it. The very first thing I noticed that it is way too mattifying for my liking. If you prefer a super matte foundation, you will like the finish. But I like a glowy foundation with a second skin effect. Except the first wear, I have always added a drop or two of beauty oil to achieve some glow. It claims to wear flawlessly for 24 hours. I have worn it for 8 to 10 hours mixed with beauty oil and it remained exceptional. And that is how I would wear it. I don't think I will ever wear it without mixing in oil. But it is a solid foundation for $12. By the way, I'm using a damp beauty blender to apply the foundation. I also want to point out that the shade I'm using has a slight cool undertone. It is because I'm a warm-toned girl and I like to neutralize my color with a slightly cooler foundation if I can find one. I'm going in with Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I have heard a lot of people use it and love it. It covers and brightens well. My major issue with it is actually with the color. Most colors were very warm and I prefer a more pinkish under-eye concealer. I know they have come out with new shades, but I could not find them in stores near me. Will it replace my NARS concealers? No, it won't. But in no way it is bad. It's just that I have better concealers to play with. Also, it was a heck of a work to figure out how to get this concealer out of its bottle. And the cap just doesn't work for me. Once it's tightened, it just refuses to open. For the bake, I'm using my usual RCMA No Color Powder. It has a drugstore pricing and this product is amongst my favorites and essentials, so you need to get it. I will powder the rest of my face after I'm done with my brows and eyes with L'Oreal Infallible Ultra Matte Powder. If you have the time for it, let your creams dry naturally. This way you will require way less powder to set everything and you will be at a much less risk at being cakey. 2 years back, this L'Oreal powder was my everyday deal and so I can recommend it without hesitation.
The stormy seas, oh, you meant the world to me.
Close your eyes, would you dream for me? Some paradise, tell me who you see, 'cause I think I do want you next to me.
For brows, I'm using Inglot AMC Brow Gel. Although Inglot is not a drugstore brand, but this product is very reasonably priced. I do not want to show any product that does not work. In my opinion, there is nothing better than this in drugstore if you are looking for sharp, structured brows. For easier application, I'm using a dried up felt tip liner as an applicator and filling my brows in a gradient after drawing out the form of choice.
We never say what we think, waiting for the perfect way. Time zone speak, got me on delay, 'cause across a million seas, would you do that for me?
For the eyes, I will start with the shade S2 from Bourgeois Smoky Stories as my transition. I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by this tiny palette. These shades actually work well, and it's sad that I have never put my eyes on them. I remember trying nail polishes and a black eyeliner from them 5 years back. The eyeliner was good, but ended in like a fortnight for me, so I never repurchased. And as far as the nail polishes are concerned, they were very nice too, but I stopped doing my nails myself. So there goes the story. But now I'm definitely encouraged to try more from them. Go with the shade S3, which is the darkest amongst the three, and darken the crease. Remember to keep the angle at which you fleek out your shadows quite low. You will understand the reason for it when we draw the eyeliner. I'm going to pack half of my lid with L'Oreal 101 Single Shadow. I was looking for a grade that would match my lip color, and such a shade in matte finish was not the easiest find in drugstore. It is my first time trying these singles, and they're actually very good. I don't know why I never tried them. But the sad story is, I think they're being discontinued either permanently or temporarily, as I literally had to go to 3 stores to grab them. All these stores had trials and no fresh piece. But if you can find them, grab them. They are good. I'm cutting a half crease with the same Maybelline concealer. Deposit some on the back of your hand and go straight in with the brush. Draw it a little above your natural crease and be very clean and precise with the line work. Let the concealer semi-dry and pack it with this lilac highlight shade from Sleek. After this, we will be going in with the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid in Light. Here, the important point is, you cannot skip the setting of concealer with the powder highlight before you go with the strobing liquid. The formulation of the concealer and the strobing liquid is such that if you do not set in between, you will crease inevitably. So do not skip this step. If you do not have a corresponding color of powder highlighter, just set it with a translucent powder. After this, you have to basically keep going in with your previous colors and lilac highlight to create seamlessness and break solid lines.
Love is not fiction, but this time the story's about a king and a queen
Here I'm using a scotch tape only to guide the angle at which I should draw my lower liner. We are aiming to draw a straight line till 1/3 distance from the inner corner, so it's important we keep the angle low. A higher angle will terminate the liner way before intended, and that is the reason we kept our shadows low as well.
The seasons come and go.
The objective is to create the look of a natural butterfly rash. To do that, I'm drawing straight lines on either sides of the nose using L'Oreal blush in 160. I love this blush and I have been using it since the time I was in junior school. I will not diffuse the lines that I draw, because once the look is complete, this color will not look harsh. Apply the blush on the apples of the cheek and go ahead by drawing a lot many dots with the pink NYX lip liner in random order. The trick is to keep pressing the dots you draw with either a sponge or your fingers and drawing more on top till you are satisfied.
For no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall you came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season.
We all have skin problems, and this is my way of empowering the situation. I would rather embrace it than to disgrace myself with delusion. Because I am beautiful in my rash, and so are you.
Each time of year carries memories, like a never fading whisper.
For lips, I'm using Maybelline Extreme Matte Tint Plus Mousse in Gravity. You will be stunned by how many shades Maybelline has under its umbrella. They stay on for the whole day. They are comfortable to wear. They are matte. The only thing that bothers me is the chemical scent. It does disappear within seconds, but that definitely is a minus. Drugstore or high-end, Rash or not, you can make anything work. Beauty is within you. You cannot stop being a rock star, or life is not worth your time.